As you all probably know, my favorite run on Wonder Woman is Wonder Woman by George Perez, just after Crisis of Infinity Earths, because it was fresh. It gave Wonder Woman purpose. So now I have two absolutes, because I heard a lot of good about what Brian Azzarello and CHIANG did with Wonder Woman. I was wondering to buy Omnibus or those two absolutes, and the art convinced me to buy absolutes. So let's take a look inside. Volume 1 under this. It looks like that. And this is just after the flashpoint, so new 52. So it gives us the new beginnings for all the heroes, in that case for Wonder Woman. And I must say, it was quite interesting to read that there are not just the women, but the kids of Amazons can be men and are men, and what happens with them. It all starts with the plan of Zeus. Who else? He orchestrated it all. Beautiful art. There is a new child of Zeus coming to this world, and all hell broke loose regarding taking the seat after Zeus. And it's nicely done that it shows us the beginnings of Wonder Woman, her connection to Mother, and in this time we see that she was not created from the clay, but normal with Zeus. All those years it was, you can see here, it was false story to protect her from Hera, so she don't kill the child when she noticed that Zeus have another child. We have all kind of the gods. That are involved. You can call it a war of the gods for the throne. Here is the mystery of the kids, the men, when the Amazons go to hunt on the sea, they make kids with people they find on the sea. They kill them and they come back to Themyscira, and after 9 months, if there is a boy, they are at least saved. And as you saw, they are not killed as normally. That was interesting for sure. Beautiful art once more. Writer is doing quite an interesting job to interest me, others to read next chapters to see how all of this will end. And there is a firstborn from the prophecy that Zeus knew he will come back after he disappeared. He knew that he will be coming back to rule all the gods. So this is the main plot for the first part, the return of firstborn, to prepare Diana for what is coming, to gather allies. A lot of bonus stuff at the end. I love him. Hephaestus. He saves the kids, the men's side of Themyscira. So that was very interesting. The firstborn. For me, this album is for the adult persons, I think. It's Diana working as Wonder Woman and the leader of Themyscira at some point. She's not hesitating. She has plans and she's doing all to protect the child. And mother of this child that she likes. And who is the mother of this child? That is a little bit crazy. But let's go to the second album. Second album under this looks like that. And it's just full out war between gods for the throne over this. Sweet baby, we can say. The war is just continuing over the fate of this child, and in the meantime the firstborn is attacking the games of gods. It's truly sometimes crazy for me, but it's a pleasure to read all this stuff. The destruction, big explosion, and Diana in this album became new war. So that was quite interesting move. There are a couple of fractions that helps firstborn. And Hera still trying to do her best to battle for the throne. It's bloody. very bloody momentarily. Some gods dies. Queen Hippolyta is some very interesting for me to read all that she did to protect her child. And this starts to bring this to the end. It turns out that the child is Zeus, reborn. As Diana finished off his brother, putting him back where he came. And turns out that the mother of the child is Athena. She was wearing the human form for about 20 years. And then father decided to, just for his, fun, to get back in new form through Athena, through his daughter, we can say. That is a little bit wicked. But for gods, well. And the good, interesting point was that Diana was able to convince her that Athena won't destroy her human form, but she will leave it to take cover of the kid, and she became again the owl, as you can see, and Zola will take care of the child. So that is the end. And here are the origins of how Diana became the sword. She was visited by her goddess, and this is how she started to contact with human world, with man world. The sketches I love this art, it's so full of energy, you can say that way. Plots from the pages. So it's very interesting to see that in big picture. All the pages, covers. Quite a lot of stuff added. So what can I say? If I read this and I read 3 omnibuses plus War of Gods by George Perez, I would say it's very close to be superb storyline, for sure, for people that try to find a good point to start reading about Wonder Woman. I would say that Wonder Woman by Brian Azzarello and Cliff Chiang is a great point to start reading. Maybe at the end, the coming back of CS and all this plot, it should be more further to read, but as for my enjoyment, it was fantastic road trip to see how Wonder Woman Diana started to be in this world, what was true, at least for this moment, the war between gods. So I hope you will this or in omnibus form, because I was wondering about omnibus, but for this art I think it's good to have it in this absolute format.